Hi, this is Craig and Celeste with Sulcata Grove, and today we are going to be comparing some different Anonas. They might all be Atemoyas. This is the Tim Atemoya. Possibly it's not actually a Tim Atemoya. It might be one called the African Pride.
Which it didn't really look like it.
Not sure. We got this tree, how many years? Like 6, 7 years ago?
Yeah, about 6 or 7 years ago, I think, from Steve at Fruitscapes.
We got it as a Tim. Not sure if that's exactly what it is. This is a Geffner. We know that's what it is. Geffner's probably the most common Atemoya that you run into.
In Florida.
In Florida.
And they're usually a little bit bigger than that.
And this is the Dream. Now, the founder of the Dream, Wayne Clifton, swore up and down that it was a Cherimoya. It did come from a Cherimoya seed. You can decide for yourself. It doesn't, it is a little bit smoother than the Atemoyas.
But like this one looks more like a sugar apple, and that it spreads out. And so Atemoya is a cross between sugar apple and a Cherimoya.
Atemoya is a cross between Cherimoya and sugar apple.
So this one you can see more sugar apple in it than the other ones. And this one you can maybe see more Cherimoya, but I think they're all Atemoyas.
It's very hard to say without knowing the exact parentage of what it is. However, they are all Anonas, and we're going to eat them and see how they compare. So I'm going to start with the Tim Atemoya.
And this is the first fruit we've ever gotten off
this tree. That's true. We've had
tree.
this tree for a very long time.
And it hasn't flowered even. This was the first time it produced one flower, and I don't hand pollinate anything, and it did set fruit.
That's very good.
Mm-hmm. I never know how to best describe Atemoyas. A lot of people say banana pineapple, but it's hard not to say it tastes like an Atemoya.
That's good. It's very sweet. This one is actually
very
delicious. It's very sweet. It's very smooth, creamy.
But it's just the right amount of tanginess.
Mm-hmm. It's got a little bit of pineappleness to it, but not that much. If you took like a sweet pineapple with maybe a little bit of banana.
And I get strawberry too.
Yeah. Strawberry, banana, pineapple. But it's but it's still a unique flavor to it. And this is actually a really good one.
These are the first we've had this year. So sometimes we think the first fruits are the best thing in the world. The seeds are toxic, so
don't eat seeds.
Don't put it in a juicer or blender.
Yeah, they're very hard, and they come out clean, so you're not like to accidentally eat a seed.
But don't blend them.
But don't blend them.
Yeah, there's really not a lot of grittiness. Only like right near their skin, there's a tiny bit of grittiness, but not a lot. And most of the Atemoyas we grow don't have a lot of seeds because I don't hand pollinate them. I think if you do hand pollinate them, you get more seeds. So mine are also often very lumpy.
Alright, anyway, Tim, very good. I'm going to have to kind of compare them all to see the difference. But that was, that's exactly what an Atemoya should taste like. Very good. And I guess when you compare these, flavor-wise, they're all pretty similar. What you're going to see differences in is texture and sweetness. So this is the Geffner. And again, Geffner is kind of the most common when you run into. This is not as good as the Tim.
Do you get hints of coconut in this one? Or is that just...
This one seems less ripe.
It's pretty soft and it ripened on the plant, but it could have...
Not nearly as sweet. This one to me is more like applesauce kind of.
It does have a little bit apple flavor.
It's not nearly as sweet as the Tim. It's like half as sweet.
We're making a
It's
mess.
still good. We are making it. It's still very good.
But it's different. It's not as sweet.
Yeah, not nearly as sweet as the Tim.
I made a really good dessert recipe with this. I found it online. It was meant for Cherimoyas, but I'll post it like in the description.
And
Because
this
it was
really,
really good.
this really doesn't even have like the pineapple-y. The tartness is more like an apple tartness.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really have the banana creaminess even as much. It's a little bit grittier. And the grittiness is very minor, even in the... It's not even like a sapodilla gritty. It's less than that.
Okay. I've had enough of that.
All right, let's try the... Now, Dream, we grow a good number of Dreams, and we've had a lot of Dreams before.
Looks a little overripe.
This one looks a little overripe. But we shall see.
Dream is our most productive.
And
Wouldn't you
it does
say?
we've never pollinated them yet.
I don't hand pollinate anything in the yard other than passion fruit sometimes when I'm bored.
It's overripe. It's almost a little fermenty. Still good. Still, I want to compare.
I
this
know, that's
one
what I was like,
with
oh, I'm on top. It has more tanginess.
This is sweeter than the Tim. I mean, to me, the Tim has a little. It's a little more. I don't know. I ate it first too, so it's probably.
I think I like the Dream the best.
Yeah, I think I do too.
I should have kept that side all pretty. That's what you're trying to do, and now I dug into it. Oh, well.
Oh well.
It's gonna get a picture of all of them cut open. But I have another Dream on the table.
I think I just swallowed a seed.
You'll live as long as you don't crunch it up.
I didn't crunch it up. I think it went down whole. I was just.
I've had that happen.
So, Dream first, then Tim, then Geffner.
I have had Geffners that were really good though.
Yeah, and there's going to be some variation in there depending on ripeness. Again, this Dream is overripe.
But they all felt the same softness.
The Geffner I think is a little underripe. The Tim I think is perfectly ripe. But I still think the Dream is the best.
Mm-hmm. And it's the most productive. And like I never hand pollinate them. I just don't have time for that, and it sets fruit all over. They're smaller.
They are similar. I mean, there's not a huge variation. Again, flavor-wise, this one was more pineapple banana. This was a little more apple. This one's more sweet.
It has more of a Cherimoya flavor.
Yeah, which is hard to describe without it being a Cherimoya.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd eat all three of them though. In fact, I'm probably going to.
I order Cherimoyas online sometimes, and I'll put the link to the farm I get them from in California. But this fruit reminds me of theirs, and they ship like the most perfect Cherimoya fruits. But I mean, I guess that's why Wayne was like, it's
Yeah, the Geffner, after eating the Dream, the Geffner is just like
inferior.
bland. Yeah, it's just,
It's pretty good.
there's not much Dream left.
And
Every time we have Dream on the tree, it's gone. I rarely get any because she just, see what she's doing? She just carving them. They're good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very good fruit.
And we had a tree, so we graft trees. We graft them often in February and then have them ready like late spring. And I had one beautiful tree, and I put it in a 7-gallon, and like nobody bought it, and I planted it so I could have a second tree. And then immediately got people wanting to buy one. So Craig just grafted some more recently. I don't know if they'll graft well this time of year or not. But.
It's very messy.
That's why it's nice to make something out of them. So if you're like on a computer or your phone, you can look at the recipe I'll put in the description, because it's like a nice way to eat it without being like this afterwards. Oops. Oh, that was one of your clean white shirts too. That's a shame.
Well, Anyway, so those are our Anonas, and we hope you enjoyed watching us get messy and Celeste throw food on me. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.